All right, hello. So this team call is going to be about avatar creation and hashtag development. I'm super excited about this one because it's something that I feel like is one of my strong suits and something I like really truly understand. So I'm super excited about this, and I'm kind of utilizing some of the stuff from the National Wake Up Call last week about like Instagram stuff. So did y'all hear that? That crazy sound? That's my cat running across the apartment.
I was gonna guess your cat.
Oh, it's like falling.
It's a freaking loon. Anyhow, okay, so what is an avatar? Let's kind of start there because I don't know about you guys, but I hear avatar and I think like the movie, or like I kind of think anime almost.
I think the little dancing thing, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Also, is anyone else breaking out with ADD obsession?
Yes. Yeah. And I have eczema, so I never get oily, but I've got so
yeah, it's bad news bears. It's got like 23 days to go away, so I don't look like a freaking alien or an avatar. Anyways, okay, so an avatar is really similar to your target market, but it's like much more specific than your target market. Your target market, think about your target market being this big and your avatar being this big. Okay, so basically an avatar is a fictional, detailed representation of your one ideal customer. If you got to design who you helped, if you got to pick from hundreds of millions of people, this would be the person that you chose to work with, the person that you chose to help. Your avatar is probably a lot like you because we tend to like people that are a lot like us. So I am going to guide you through some specific actions to build your avatar. And that's why I have you guys with pen and paper. I want to talk about my avatar, but I don't want to like cloud what you're doing. So I'm just going to hop right into it and let you guys just kind of brain dump as we go through this. Okay. So number one, how old are they? Write it down. How old is your person? Don't think too much. Like, are they 21 or are they 22? Like my person is between 22 and 35. And 35 is kind of a stretch for me, just depends. Okay. Number two, are they married? Do they have kids? If so, how many? Does that matter to you? Oh!
Are you okay?
Yes, sorry. We're watching the Olympics and this guy just freaking ate it on the snowboard.
Ooh.
Bad.
Ooh.
Like my worst nightmare. Oh, okay. They're showing the replay. I'm sorry. It's like a car crash. You have to watch it. Oh my God. Okay. Number three, what do they do for a living? Number four, how much money do they make? And it can be household income or single income. Number five, where do they live? I want to make sure I get it. I'm sorry. If I go too fast, just tell me. Remember, don't think too hard. Just your ideal person, not like, this person doesn't exist, but like your most ideal human being if you got to create them. Okay. How much spare time do they have? Kristen, you okay? Oh, there she is.
there. My husband's just on shift and he called me. I just have to talk to him real quick and then I'll come right back.
Sorry. It's okay. Okay, so we just said how much spare time do they have? What are their hobbies? Yeah, come here. Come here. Get her ass up here. What is their spiritual life like? They're religious? Are they spiritual? Are they kind of into universe things? Are they into psychics and crystals? Or what are they into spiritually?
Sorry, I know I'm not looking at you, but I'm writing.
Okay, cool. What is important to them? What do they value?
Sorry.
It's all good.
You always take the phone call.
It's all good.
Okay.
Talking about what our avatar is into, what's important to them, and what do they value? I feel like I should have turned on music for this call so that it's less awkward to watch later. It's going to be really awkward for the people watching. Maybe they'll do it along with us.
Yeah.
All right. What do they dislike about themselves, and what do they like about themselves? Do they like and dislike about themselves? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go on. This is specific to what we do. Do they have weight to lose? And if so, how much? They may not have weight to lose. It may be about other things, but that is an important question. Need my water, hold on. Oh, my shoulder almost came out. What 5 things, if you can't come up with 5 things, that's okay. But what 5 things would make them happy if those things were to change? What 5 things were to make them happy if those things were to change? If you can only come up with like 2 or 3, that's okay. That's kind of a weird one. You may want to write it down and come back to it. That one might require more thought. It kind of went from like these superficial details to these like much more in-depth ideas.
Can you repeat that one more time, Hannah?
Sure. What are 5 things that would make them happy if those things were to change? So why do these things matter? That's kind of the end of the like quiz. I feel like that should be in like People magazine or something, or like CoverGirl, like, who's your avatar? Like, answer these 15 questions. But anyhow, so why do these things matter? It's because you will only reach the people that relate to your content and to you. People don't know Beachbody or care about it yet, so don't go screaming Beachbody all over social media. They want to relate to you, the human. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really skeptical of corporate America. So when I hear company names, I'm like, are you a robot for this company? Like, I want to know you, the human being. And I'm going to relate to the people that are like me. And those people are going to relate to me. That's why this avatar is so important. You won't have to convince these people to join us. Those people will want to based on the story that you've told. Don't feel like you need to speak. I'm sure you've heard this a million times, but I can't stress how important it is. Don't feel like you have to speak to everybody that's reading your content. You're speaking to your avatar. You are speaking to your ideal customer. That's the only person you're talking to. Pretend you are having a deep one-on-one conversation with that person and you're telling your story to them. And I remember this on a wake-up call a while ago. I don't remember who it was, but she talked about pain points. That's those questions like, what 5 things would make them happy if they were to change? How much weight do they have to lose? What do they like and dislike about themselves? Like, those are painful things for people to talk about. And so it's easier for them to relate to them because they are so deep and they are so specific to you and your personality and your story. Your person is probably very similar to you. So, for example, like, my person, I could go through and answer every one of these questions. My person is between the ages of 22 and 35. They're in a committed relationship, engaged, or newly married. They don't have kids. That is not, I don't have anything against kids. I want to have kids, but I don't relate to those people. Those people are going to say, you're not a mom. You can do this. Obviously, I don't have time for that. They are probably in education. I don't know if you've looked at our team, but every single person is a teacher. They are probably in education or music. How much money do they make? They make enough to make ends meet, but they'd love to be more comfortable. Where do they live? I don't care. That's not a significant thing to me. What are their hobbies? They like cats. They like crafting. They love office supplies. They they like to try new things. They love going out to eat. What's their spiritual self like? They're somewhere between liberal Christian and kind of spiritual, like universe stuff. I'm kind of into that right now. They fall anywhere on that spectrum, honestly. How much spare time do they have? Not enough is my answer. Not enough spare time. What's important to them? What do they value? They value their family. They value their significant other. That's a big one for me. They value freedom that comes from money, and they value the lack of anxiety that comes from freedom. So those kind of all go hand in hand. What do they dislike about themselves? They dislike the fact that they're depressed and anxious, because my person is probably one or both of those things, because I am very high strung. I don't like that about myself, but I guess I like parts of it because it made me do things like start this business. But anyhow, they probably have 10 to 15 pounds to lose. They've always kind of had that weight to lose. And what 5 things would make them happy if they were to change? If they had more money, if they had more freedom, and they had fewer commitments. Fewer commitments is a big one for me, and it wasn't something I realized until I started this business. Because I realized that commitments gave me anxiety. So anyhow, if you're interested, that's kind of where I was going with those questions. So you want to pull the keywords out of your avatar description and plug them into a hashtag generator. So I'm going to show you one that I found. So, and I can link this, but it's really easy. It's all-hashtag.com. And what you can do, so like my person, one of the things, is anxiety. So I'm going to put anxious in here. I'm going to put top. I'm going to click generate. And it will spit out the most widely used hashtags around that topic. What you can do is use the tips from the National Wake Up Call last week to sort through and start finding new people to follow and trying to get new people to engage. So like anxious is one, but I could also put OCD, because I'm pretty OCD. There are a million hashtag generators. You don't have to use this one. This is just the one that I found. Like OCD problems, that's a good one. Okay. OCD recovery, that's good too. So anyways, that's something that you can use to find new hashtags, and you want to pull from your avatar. You don't use fitness hashtags. Fitness, Fitspo, Fitspiration, like don't use that shit because it's all coaches. You'll never get anywhere with those hashtags. Also, something you can do is sometimes I end up using the same hashtag. Like one of my favorite ones is like band director life or like teacher problems or whatever. You can like have a chunk of hashtags that you use on all of your posts, plug it into a note, and then copy paste so you don't have to use it every single time. Okay, so here are your action steps after you fill out who's your avatar questionnaire. I kind of took the National Wake Up Call and they scaled it down for a non-full-time coach that was still trying to grow their business. So number 1, follow 25 to 50 new people daily using those hashtags. You can also use the geolocation in the stories if you want. I've found a couple of really cool people that way. Interact with 20 to 30 people daily. That's commenting more than 3 words on their photos or replying to their stories. And then 1 time a week, you're going to want to use an unfollow app to unfollow the people that are not interacting on your page or are not following you back. So it's literally called Instagram, or it's literally called Cleaner for Instagram. Looks like this. It's an app. And what it does is it shows you who you're following and if they're following you back. So like Sean T and Autumn don't follow me, but Carl Deichler does. Okay, and what I can do is I can go through here, like if I wanted to unfollow someone, I would just click on their page, and there's an actions button in the corner, and you can unfollow like groups of people at a time. Don't do too many at a time because Instagram will think that you're not a human and you'll get kicked off and frozen. So anyhow, questions about avatars or generating your avatar into hashtags to find new people? All right, cool. I am going to end the recording and then we can chat.